welcome to the Rutherford Method. I'm James Rutherford, and I love talking to inspirational people from all walks of life. From athletes to stay-at-home mothers, everyone has a story to tell. Good morning, Matt Brown.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
Me? You're good.
No, that's all right. Episode 2 of the Rutherford Method podcast. Matt Brown joins me. He's a personal trainer I've known for a wee bit of time. Mate, good to have you.
As I said, good to be here.
Mate, Back Yourself Fitness, that is your brand. That is your studio. Obviously, it's got massive things coming up, and from the little I've had to do with you, I've seen the growth over the last couple of years. I want to dwell into that, but your personal background.
Yep.
Tell me about that from the beginning.
From the very beginning, 1988. No. So I've always been active.
Yep.
Basketball was my first love.
Yes.
So started under 10s, worked my way through, and then once representative side started happening. So I think at my peak, I was playing something like 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah, nice.
So I was very active on that front. Past life me, I, in high school, joined a band, tried to take over the world playing music in a band. Worked in hospitality for a little bit. And then, I don't want to say fell into fitness, but once I dug a little bit deeper into fitness, I was like, this is me.
Sure.
And haven't looked back.
Okay. When did that take place, that little digging into fitness?
So 12, I started Chris Sheen.
Yes.
He said, hey, come down to this bloke's place. Let's do some, he'd run sessions from there. Let's do some training. Because we'd been doing a few sessions together just at Sheeno's place.
Oh, that was in some guy's garage, wasn't it?
It was in some guy's garage. And, I was always, if you're not early, you're late. So I'd always be sitting out front of his house 20 minutes, half hour before his session starts. Or get there early, go for a run. And I'd get to as many sessions as I could. And he went to me, the guy who was running obviously that little studio, said, would you consider doing this as a trainer if I offered you a spot?
Yep.
And as soon as he said that, I was like, this is it.
The doors opened.
This is it. Because I've always wanted to help people. That's been my thing. Always wanted to help people. Had no idea of the avenue I wanted to go.
Yep.
In like preschool when they go, what do you want to be when you grow up? No idea.
I still don't know.
Absolutely no. Yeah. That's the thing. You ask 20-year-olds, ask 30-year-olds. No one knows what they want to do.
Yeah.
So I was 23, 24. And when he said that, it was like, okay, that's the light bulb moment. This is it.
What were you doing before that?
I was just working in bars.
Okay.
Pouring beers, living in that horrible hospitality lifestyle, working nights, sleeping until 10 o'clock.
So prior to that moment, have you ever had an inkling or you ever thought about it?
So in my junior years, because everything was so basketball, it was training or playing.
Sure. There
was no real, when you're a kid and you're playing sport, you're like, sweet, I'm going to be a professional. And then you get to that awkward age of 17, 18 and go, oh shit, there's a lot more involved.
I don't live in the US.
Exactly. So that transition of maybe 18 through to early 20s was when like, shit, what am I going to do with my life?
Yep.
And that's where I fell into that fitness.
Nice. Good one. In terms of the basketballing, specifically about that.
Yeah.
Growing up with that, some of the drills in that and some of the training protocols, do you still find yourself gravitating towards them? Or is it because you've sort of come into that general fitness now, that's sort of more gone by the wayside?
No, I'm definitely better at fast twitch movements.
Yes.
So box jumps, long jumps, short, sharp, explosive stuff. That's my jam because, I was doing it from age 7 through to, I was still playing basketball till like last year.
How often do you throw a ball around?
Mate, to be honest, since maybe mid last year, I haven't really had the chance to.
Yeah, okay.
Because work takes over. But before that, I was trying to put the ball up maybe once, twice a week playing socially, but when I was serious, like I said, it was 5+ times a week. So
Yeah, cool. Okay. The business starts. Tell me about that. So you're training with this guy?
Yep. So I was working in his business.
Yep.
I was taking all the group sessions. So most of the group sessions. So it was about 10 groups a week.
Yep.
Just started doing that, and that was cool. And then I picked up my first 2 clients.
Yes.
And they trained at 7 o'clock. I'll never forget. 7 o'clock Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Thursday night.
Yeah, okay.
So it was not the greatest of times because it meant your day was longer.
Yeah.
But it was my start.
Yes.
So I put my effort into them and went from there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, predominantly when I first started, it was all groups, and then started with 2 people.
So when did you finally break away under his banner and create your own sort of business? And
Yeah, so 2014 was when Back Yourself Fitness started.
Yes.
I was still in his studio. It got to the point where it was, okay, now I'm juggling 25 sessions, trying to do the groups as well. And
yep.
physically, I was running out of time in
Yes.
the day, so I started doing less of the groups and more of the PT, and then less again of the groups and more of the PT, until I was at most doing 1 or 2 groups per week, and
Okay.
then from his studio, 40-ish sessions
Yep.
a week.
And at that stage, are you still dabbling in the bar and the hospitality work? Or is that
Yes.
gradually getting phased out?
Gradually getting phased out, but I'd shift from nights, thank Christ, because that is horrible, and I feel for everyone in hospitality.
Yep.
And I was just doing a couple of day shifts just at a local pub, moving stock around during the day. So even,
Yeah, okay.
it wasn't pouring drinks by any stretch. It was just moving kegs of beer and moving cartons of piss and
Yep.
doing all that. So those hours fit around the training hours. Like, I think it was like 9 till as required. So like 9 till 2.
Okay. Yep.
So it was just to supplement my income, really.
Yep. Back Yourself Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the idea come from for the name, the logo, everything like that?
So this is, before I'd even started the business, the idea I had is, if you've got to do anything in life, you got to back yourself.
Yep. I
That's
like it, yeah.
You got to back yourself. If you don't back yourself, you're not going to do
you're
it.
half-arsing it, aren't
Exactly.
you? Yeah.
So I remember talking to one of the other trainers when I was still working in the other guy's system, and I said, I've got my business name. He's like, what is it? I'm like, Back Yourself. He's like, okay, but what is it?
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, oh, shit. He goes, you put fitness on the end.
Yep.
Back Yourself Fitness. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
And it was one of the first ideas I had, and it has stuck.
Brilliant.
In regards to the logo, obviously the fist punching through the logo, without sounding ridiculous, I wanted something that was a little bit aggressive
Yes.
and eye-catching. So the orange is obviously eye-catching. You can put it on any shirt and it grabs. Even going back to my PT courses, we had to make up what our business was going to be.
Yeah, okay.
And without even thinking, my 3 colours were blue, orange and white.
Yeah, happy days.
Fast forward to when I started the business,
Yep.
what colours do I have? It was black, white and orange, but blue has become more into the logo.
Yes.
And the graphic designer I sent through a couple of ideas and basically gave her the spiel of what I want. She sent through maybe 8 or 10.
Okay.
And the logo I've got, you could see that from a postcode away. It's like,
Yeah, okay.
that's the one.
Yep.
And, I've had clients wear my merch into like Lorna Jane, and the chick behind the counter goes, oh, what brand's that?
Yeah, right. That's cool.
So that eye-catching thing, and
Yep.
it is pretty. You can put it on anything, and for those who know me, you go, oh yeah, Back Yourself Fitness.
Yeah, that's one of Maddie's boys
Yeah,
or girls or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Challenges of the business. Talk to me about them.
Challenges: not stressing yourself out to the max.
Absolutely. Yeah, in the little time I've known you, you've certainly grayed up a bit.
Mate, what are you trying to say here? Obviously, running your own shop is stressful.
Shit, yeah.
And then you look at, your own boss, great. but you're your own everything.
Yes.
You're your own promotion team, sales team.
Yep.
Accounts team,
Yes.
admin staff. It's the whole show. You got no one to rely on but yourself.
Yeah.
So, my biggest thing is, and I've tried to teach myself this, is not getting worked up about the little stuff.
Yes.
Just stay on top of what I can and just one foot after the other. That's how you got to roll.
Yeah.
I always tell myself, don't get up about the up times, don't get down about the down times.
That, what you said before it is just such a blanket statement that can be applied to every aspect of life.
Mate, 100%.
Fitness, relationships, anything.
Yep.
But everyone seems to struggle. Like, people generally seem to be very expert or good at one or two aspects of their life, whether that be they're a brilliant worker, but their health and fitness might be shit, or great, they're an absolute gun in the gym, but their relationship suffers, or something like that.
Exactly.
So I think what you said there, like, a lot of people could take value out of that and actually apply it to different aspects.
It's so hard. Like, it's such a simple piece of advice, but it's so frustrating to try and apply. Like you said, to everything. Like, it's like telling a stress head, like myself, to not stress. It's like, what kind of advice is that? Yeah. You've got to, you've really, without getting in touch with yourself, you got to tell yourself, it's cool. Do what you can. It'll be there tomorrow to do.
Exactly.
Or, if it doesn't get done by the time you want it to get done, that's not the end of the world.
Yeah. At the end of the day, is that one decision going to completely derail your business?
100%.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, and I guess the important part of the business owner as well is you've got to make sure you get your sleep and your you time. Like, still be Matt Brown after everything's said and done.
Yeah.
Don't go home, this happened today, honey. And
exactly. I get home and, I sit on a lounge and I watch mind-numbing TV, and, Jen, my partner, and I will talk for, just about a day here and there, but because we're both, I guess, not stress heads, but we both work to targets to a certain extent.
Yep.
After we've kind of, how's your day, day done, we're happy to sit and just be around each other.
Yes.
And that's our unwind time for the day. Yeah,
that's good. That's something that I believe is missing from a lot of people's days as well. People don't have some form of disconnect from, not to sound like fucking Matrixy, but from the real world, you know what I mean?
Mate, 100%. I've got no problem saying it. I'll play a bit of PlayStation.
Well, look at me, surrounded by little plastic spaceships. I play games with my kids, love them, gets them engaged.
You know why we do that? It keeps the brain active.
Absolutely.
But it just separates you from how many clients have I got next week? What have I got to do?
Yep.
Whose accounts do I need to change?
Yep.
It keeps the brain ticking, but it separates you from work.
Yeah.
So you're not sitting there turning to mush thinking about work.
Exactly.
You can keep your brain active without thinking about anything related to work.
Yep. We will come back to that because I want to tie that into the fitness stuff.
Excellent.
So your business starts. How long until you've sort of adapted to that business mindset to be able to do that, to get home, disconnect? Obviously it's still an ongoing process, but not as bad as what it was.
Yeah, it's an ongoing process. You should be learning aspects of your business or aspects about yourself relating to the business every single day. I remember when I first opened both the studios, so the Astley and then the Bracken Ridge, they were my high peak stress times. Now all of a sudden I'm paying these much bigger bills,
double everything.
It's holy shit, I got to get people through the doors. Where is everyone?
Yep.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to start doing this, and I'm gonna have to sell this, and that starts happening.
Yes.
But as I said, you can't get up about the up times. You can't get down about the down times. Put one foot in front of the other.
Yep.
Keep doing the best you can inside the gym, and things around that will happen.
Yeah, definitely. Expansion.
Yep.
Talk to me about that. You mentioned their first studio was in Aspley. Then you expanded to Bracken Ridge.
Yep.
What are your plans going ahead? Obviously, business has been good. It's been growing consistently, would you say?
Yep. So I always, I say this to my clients as well. I get, not bored is the wrong word, but I need to be stimulated.
Yep.
So for their sessions, I'm always researching. There's different ways of attacking their training.
Yes.
So for me personally, like I've just started, and I've spoken to you about it, I've just started my yoga and Pilates.
Yes.
So it's helped with my training, but it's also helped some of the exercises and thought processes I can give to my clients.
Yep.
And in regards to business, I was happy working in that other studio. And I went, cool, what am I going to do next?
Yeah, okay.
Studio. Was in that Aspley studio for 2.5 years, you know, doing good number of sessions each week. It's like, what's next?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Second studio, get someone in to run this one. Now I'm getting to that point, and Sam, the other trainer at Aspley, we've been talking. We've got a grand plan in place.
Brilliant.
Where at the moment we're in the process of bringing a third trainer in.
Yeah.
So we're going to make group training more prominent in the Back Yourself Fitness system.
Yes.
Because, you know, I understand financial constraints for people, but I'll say it before and I'll say it again. We are in the helping people industry. I don't want people using finance as an excuse for not investing in themselves.
Yes.
So if we can put groups on, that makes life a little bit easier for them financially. So then we're getting rid of that excuse of, I can't train. It's a little bit too expensive.
Yeah.
Cool. Groups come in. So once we get 3 trainers working happily, grand plan is the Back Yourself Fitness Gym.
Brilliant.
One big space where we can all operate out. You know, I'd love to have a remedial massage person working from there.
Yeah.
I'd love to have...
So like an overall wellness...
100%.
Yeah.
Without losing that vibe of...
that boutique studio sort of
bingo.
feel. Yeah.
The comfortable environment. We have no dickheads in our system.
Yep.
We are there to help that person, and it's all about that comfortable environment. It's just you and me.
Yep.
Let's get this done.
Matt and Sam and Trainer 3 know everyone. And,
yeah, 100%. I can tell you about every single person I train.
Yep.
And what's going on in their life, and you know what's coming up and what they struggle with, and this and that.
Brilliant.
Sam can do the same about his clients.
Yes.
So I don't want to lose that. That's why I started. So no matter how big we get, or if we stay the same, I will never lose that relationship with people.
Yep. One thing I've certainly noticed about you in the time I've known you till the time now, you've still got that passion.
Yeah.
Of helping people. You've still got that passion to train people, that drive.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you've got to work on to consistently maintain? Or does it come naturally?
You know, I try and stay hungry.
Yep.
If you're not hungry, you know, why are you even doing it?
Yeah. Because I know for me, in the period of time where I've trained people, if you get those clients who you know are just going through the motions and they just want to pay you money and get results, you pull your fucking hair out and you think, well, why are you here? And you sit down with them, you have that discussion, nothing changes, and then, like for me, I'd tap out.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't be there.
So for me, I look at people's potential. Mm-hmm. I don't care what your age is. I don't care what your weight is. Like, that's null and void. Not interested. I look at you with your potential. And looking at you, I can be like, cool. So you're currently here. This is what you've said to me. After your first session, I can see this is where your weaknesses lie. And at the end of that first session, I'll be like, you've got so much room to improve because of X, Y, Z.
Yes.
It could be range of movement. It could be fitness ability. It could be, you know, where your strength is, whatever the case may be. So I look at people's potential.
Yep.
And like you just said, there are those clients that come in and they just want to give you their money. And I'm a bad businessman in the sense that I will go to people.
You'll tell them the truth.
Yeah. Are you enjoying this?
Yeah.
Are you getting benefit from this?
Yep.
Because from an outsider looking in, it looks like you're treading water.
Yep.
And then I'll have that hard chat with people, and that's not a great chat to have.
Yes.
But
you need to have it though, don't you?
100%.
Yeah.
It's teamwork.
Yep.
I'm with someone, let's say an hour a week, 2 sessions a week. There's 167 more hours in the week that they're in charge of what's going on.
Yes.
So the shit, you know, treading water people are far outweighed by that one person that does really well.
100%.
If I can improve that one person's life,
yep,
because that's what it's about. It's health. Forget your fitness. It's health.
Yeah.
If I can improve that one person's life, or you know, one person goes, "Oh, when I first started, I couldn't lift my arm past here, and now it's here."
Yep.
It's great. I've improved that one person's life.
Yeah, I can touch my toes or whatever.
100%. You know, I started on 3 kilo dumbbells.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So they're the little things that keep me going.
Isn't it amazing how fixated people have become, and I don't know if it's a problem with society, or it's probably social media's got a lot to do with it, because everyone's looking at supermodels or
ridiculous,
people who are fucking superstars in the gym, where they set these massive fucking goals, which obviously there is no drama with, but people don't break them down into bite-sized goals. I just want to bench 1.5 my body weight or something like
exactly,
that, or whatever. And you think, start small. Like people who have never done a fitness program, just get out, go for a walk for 20 minutes a day. Do that for a week.
100%.
Then add push-ups. Then add something. Rather than, I'm going to join a gym. They go solid for a week, burn out, and then, gym's not for me. Done.
Mate, and I say this to people, I've said these exact words to people. You want to lose 10 kilos or whatever it is. So you want to lose 10 kilos and you're complaining because after 3 months, you may have lost 2 or 3 kilos, but you haven't lost that 10.
Yep.
How many years did it take you to get to this point to go, I want to lose 10 kilos?
Yep.
And you want to undo it in 10 weeks or
exactly.
whatever the case may be?
Yep.
And it's the hard work that makes it satisfying.
Yes.
All these quick fixes, all these wanky diets and different training regimes and this and that, it's quick fix. Shake diet, quick fix. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe is people who want to get lap bands and gastric sleeves. It's hello, is anyone up to, what have you learnt?
Yes. Yeah.
So teaching people and giving them that satisfaction once they do it. Oh man, that's such a good feeling. Yeah,
I bet. See, it's funny you mentioned the lap bands. That's a bit of a sensitive subject for me, because I know someone quite close to me who's had that or a very similar procedure done. And the biggest irk for me is it doesn't address the psychological issue there.
Thank you, 100%.
And at the end of the day, anyone who is obese, fighting a weight issue, has an eating disorder, it's all psychological.
Yep.
It's not about, I don't have time to get to the gym or I don't know how to exercise. There's something up here triggering that behaviour. And to just suddenly reduce the size of your stomach or whatever, that's still not altering the chemistry in the brain.
No, you just get, what have you learned?
Exactly.
What have you learned?
Yeah.
My thing for people and with their dietary requirements is I'm simple. Don't overcomplicate what you need to do. Yep. I'm like, cool. I want you to start by minimizing unnecessary sugars. And you're going to send me a photo of everything you eat for 2 days. So 2 average days, I can get an idea of when you're putting food in, how much you're putting in. Because 9 times out of 10, people undereat.
Yep.
Because they go, I want to lose weight, less going in equals fat loss.
Yes.
Yep. Wrong. And
this is the problem, isn't it? If they've been, let's say, a typical post-baby body mother, they get there and they get in such a calorie deficit that it actually does long-term damage to their metabolism. And then suddenly when they see a trainer and they're like, what, I've got to be eating more? Really? Yeah.
Mate,
that's quite eye-opening.
I remember when I first started just logging calories out of curiosity, and I thought I was eating like a champ, and I was under-eating by about 1,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
So my daily requirement for calorie requirement is 3,000 plus.
Yep.
So that's a heap of food.
Yeah.
So I will never forget that first week of trying to eat that much. I was sick of eating. How hard it is to eat that much of good food. And I say that same thing to people. It's like, you're going to feel full, you're going to feel bloated, but it'll speed your body up. And
in saying that, one thing I've noticed of that, Matt, you actually don't fatigue as much.
No.
Like when your body's drained, you're always in a state of disrepair and fatigue. Whereas if you're actually getting the proper nutrients you need, your body goes,
100%. Even carbs. Everyone thinks carbs are the devil. Carbs are energy food. You got to be smart with your carb intake, and once again, calorie deficit, energy in, energy out.
Yeah.
I remember when I was having minimal carbs in my diet, and I had headaches, and I was tired, and I was just flat. Put a serve of brown rice with every meal.
Yeah,
heaps more energy.
Yeah,
Funny isn't it?
Doesn't matter what the poison is, though, isn't it? It's like carbs are the enemy, fat's the enemy. But it just comes down to people think, this diet works for me, but that one doesn't. It's as you said, it's just calories in, calories out.
Yeah,
if people would just understand that formula, good things would happen.
I say to people about nutrition, knowledge is power. Don't get overwhelmed it's just that little bit of that ask that question, because so many people get overwhelmed. I don't know what to eat.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when to eat. Oh, I was too full. I thought it was too much.
Yes.
Like, can I have this? Can I not have it's
I thought a Snickers bar was good. It had nuts in it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I only had one. What the hell? Like,
we will get to your fitness challenges soon.
Yep.
Because I want to speak about that, get a bit in depth with that. But for you personally, what are your favourite sort of sessions and exercises? Like if there's...
training myself?
Yeah, if there's the Matt Brown, you've got your core, whatever it is, and on saying that, your least favourites as well.
Yep. All right. So going back to all that fast twitch and like the fitness side of things, I find that conditioning style training I can do, not easier, but I need to sweat when I work out.
Yes.
So sure as shit, I'm not going to the gym and doing 3 sets of 10 of anything.
Yes.
Like, I need to sweat. And that doesn't mean I'm going to be on the treadmill. It means like a 20-minute AMRAP, whether it's 10 burpees, 5 pull-ups, 2 power cleans.
Sure.
Like almost a little bit CrossFit-y, I guess you'd say.
Yep.
But...
without the culty behaviour.
Exactly. So basic CrossFit... Like, I remember when I first saw CrossFit, I was like, this is the devil. This is ridiculous. And then you look at elite CrossFit athletes.
Yep.
And they are so mechanically, like, well-oiled machines.
Yes.
It's so, like... If you take the basic movements from CrossFit and add it in, like your power cleans, pull-ups, anything to do with a rope, push-up variations, dumbbell stuff, kettlebell stuff, as you know. Like, it's just metabolic conditioning.
Yeah.
And it gets a pump through your muscles, makes you sweat. Yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and saying that, least favourites.
Least favourites?
And I guess this is a two-part question. Least favourite in terms of ones which are either functionally bullshit that you think no one should be doing, but also particular things that don't particularly work for you or you don't particularly like for whatever reason.
I think, okay, first part of the question, I think most exercises have a place.
Yep.
I look at people in the gym and think, the fuck are they doing that for? But then I think, well, there could be reasoning behind it. Of course. So I'm sure that everything has a place. Obviously, anything that puts your spine under unneeded pressure, don't do it. Like, let's be safe and smart with it.
Yep.
But I can't really think of... I can't think of shrugs.
Yep.
Why do you want to work the most dominant muscle in your body, which pulls your posture out of place and puts stress through your neck? The fuck do you want to do shrugs for? And there's dumbbell shrugs, and there's barbell shrugs, and there's behind the back shrugs. It's like, why do you want to work your traps? Like, if you go get a massage, guess where they're going to work? Your traps and neck, because it's tight.
And they'll make you cry.
Exactly. So that's probably one of the ones where it's like not required.
Yep.
You know? For me personally, ones like I don't like things that I can't really do properly.
And does that come down to sort of flexibility at the moment?
Flexibility, yeah. Like, touching on CrossFit again, doing cleans and snatches from the ground, like trying to do them mechanically.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Very technical.
100%, and not getting frustrated with it.
Yeah.
Even during boxing, like not getting frustrated because you know technically that you're not doing it.
Yes.
100% perfect.
Yep.
One thing I can't do, handstands.
Okay.
Like, I've never been able to do a cartwheel or a handstand. So if I'm ever looking at CrossFit workouts and it's like, 5 handstand push-ups, I'm like, next. So that's one I can't do.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I'm in the same boat as you, mate. That's right. Favourite music to train with?
Oh, depends on the mood.
Or a genre? Yeah, okay.
It's got to be, if it's heavy, cool. If it's that, I don't want to say old school rap, but like that rap with that big heavy beat to it.
Yeah.
Rap nowadays is junk.
Yeah.
I wouldn't listen to most stuff these days, but if it's heavy, cool. And then sometimes like I'll throw some 80s jams on, like Hall and Oates and just stuff like that. It depends what I'm feeling. Like, depends on my mood, really. If I need to get pumped up, then it's heavy and loud.
Good answers. Biggest hurdles and resistance you see for new starters? So someone brand new approaches you, Matt, I've never trained before. I've been sitting on the couch for the last 20 years. Mm-hmm. What do you see as their biggest hurdles to overcome? And I think we've touched on already that paralysis by analysis. People just get swarmed with information. Mm-hmm. Most people will jump on Google.
Yeah.
How to lose weight in 30 days or whatever bullshit they type in and just get flooded with information.
So the biggest problem is either mentality or how you approach something.
Mm-hmm.
It's got nothing to do with your physical ability. It is what's going on between the ears that is restricting you from doing whatever it is. So what I mean by that is it's some people look for an out before they've even started. It's, oh, you haven't got the times available that I want. Like, okay, we're not going to do it. Oh, is that the price? Oh, it's a little bit too expensive.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's like, okay, that's telling me that you don't value your health. And I say to my clients and people coming in, it's like, if you were to write down your top 5 priorities in life on a piece of paper, top 5, what are they? You know, kids or...
Yep, kids, family.
All that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Where does your health sit?
Mm.
That is the question. Are you willing to get up half an hour earlier and invest half an hour into yourself?
Yep.
Are you willing to, if you've got an hour lunch break, 20 minutes of that, you throw your joggers on, your headphones in, are you willing to put that time into yourself, or is it too hard basket?
Mm.
That's the thing. Like, I've always said, if I can train mentality, I'd be rich. Mentality is so huge. Like, whenever I train myself, sure, it's for physical conditioning.
Yep.
But that is...
Oh, but that taps into that mentality as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
100%. Because if you're there on the ground busting your ass doing burpees or something,
mm-hmm.
there was a time in everyone's little fitness journey where you would have got to 50 and fuck this, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
I'm fatigued,
That's
I'm
enough.
shattered.
Mate, it happens now. It's like, went for a 10K run the other day, got to 5Ks. I was like, oh, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
And fuck it. Keep putting one foot after the other. Keep going.
Yeah.
You know, I train because it's time for me.
Yep.
I'm investing time in myself. I don't have to listen to anyone else. I just go and do my thing. I sweat. I feel good. There'll be days where I have shit workouts. Who cares? Move on with your life. Tomorrow will be a better day.
Yep.
But it's time invested in oneself for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Not to derail you a bit, but it's amazing how I think people need adversity in their lives.
Yep.
Whether that be through physical conditioning or anything, there's just, especially from a young age, I don't believe it is taught how to fail, how to bounce back from that. Yeah. And I think people wrap themselves in tissue paper, and as you said, you just rattled off 2 or 3 excuses you commonly hear. One of my favourites is, I'll start when I'm a bit fitter.
Yeah.
I'll get a bit fitter on my own, and then I'll come and see. And you think straight away, well, you're full of shit. You're not.
Yeah. I'll start on Monday. What's wrong with today? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Fitness trends.
Yep.
We've seen, Pilates, yoga come back, kettlebells were the thing a few years ago. CrossFit went massive in like the early 2000s and stuff. Good for the industry. Some are fucking terrible for the industry. But with the amount of research and technology that is coming out now, once again, people are just bombarded with that information. Which ones, are any in mind particular that grab to you and think, fuck, that was shit? Or on the opposite, that was brilliant?
Everyone will say that everyone will tell you that the way they do it is the way you need to do it. You walk into a CrossFit gym, they'll be like, this is why CrossFit will work. Those other ways don't work.
We're hating on CrossFit a bit.
Yeah, well, no, CrossFit's cool. I like it. Walk into an F45.
Yep.
They would tell you the way that they've researched.
Yes.
And
high intensity is it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah. Going to a powerlifting gym.
100%.
Yeah.
And then, every gym bro will think the way they do things is 100% right. So once again, everything has its place in regards to, fitness fads, I guess you'd call them, or fitness trends. As long as more people moving, that's got to be good. It's people getting fed, just blindly following.
Yes.
And, the medical industry is very similar. If you go to a physio, they'll tell you need more physio.
Oh, yeah.
You go to a chiro, they'll tell you need more chiro.
Yeah.
I just want some fucking honesty.
Yeah.
Like, I will be honest with people. Simple as that. Like, if someone comes in and they, physically struggle with free weight movements and I can see that they need to be sitting on machines to get their muscle stimulated.
Yes.
I'll tell them to grab a gym membership.
Yep.
I've got no problems drawing a program up for you. That's one more person moving. Great.
Yeah.
But it's the F45 thing blows my mind, and I'm going to be a little bit, I guess, judge.
This is a place to do it.
Oh, mate. The way I see it promoted is the target audience is 18. Well, I can not only F45. I can put any group training environments where the target audience is 18 to, let's call it, 24.
Yes.
Look good, put your makeup on,
Yep.
put your Nike shirt on.
May or may not spend a lot of time on Instagram.
Yeah, 100%. Comparing yourself, like searching hashtags and comparing yourself to other people.
Yep.
That's what their target audience is. And is there reason to help people or is there a reason to make money? What happens when 55-year-old Deborah walks into an F45 to a room full of
millennials jumping up and down,
and high five, and she feels super uncomfortable.
Yes,
like
that. The amount of people out there, Matt, would be in the bloody squillions of people who, for instance, just want to go to that studio, have that one-on-one environment, and the gym would be the furthest thing from their mind because of that intimidating environment or bad experience.
Yeah, and I tell new clients the hardest part about joining up, anywhere, but with us, is walking through the door in the first session. Yeah. It is the unknown. So with our space, because it is one-on-one and it is completely private, and you can sweat and you can cry, and if you need to throw up, go and throw up. Who cares? It's
all part of the process, isn't it?
It's you and me. Who cares?
Yeah.
Once you get to the end of the first session, you go, okay, cool. I'm having not done F45, so if anyone listens to this and goes, oh, you didn't do F45.
No, I'm not listening, mate. Don't
worry. I wonder if that, how daunting that is for a new person who doesn't fit that target audience to walk into a group training environment, a commercial gym, a CrossFit gym.
Yep.
I would love to know what that experience is like for newbies. Are you thrown in the deep end and be like, cool, this is how you do it?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Or is there that nurture to a certain extent? Or is there that attention to detail going, right, 55-year-old Deborah.
Can you ever get that in a group training environment, though?
See, this is my gripe with group training.
Yeah.
You've got to be on the ball. Like, if you're standing at the front of the class, how the fuck can you tell if people at the back are doing it properly?
Yes.
If you're a group trainer, you should be walking around the room.
You shouldn't be ever standing still.
Yeah, and there shouldn't be any of this, hey, Jimmy, make sure you're doing this. You walk over and be like, hey, mate, do this.
Physically correct them. Yeah.
Purely so there's not that, you're not picking someone out in front of the group, but you're also over there to help and show that you care about every single person that you train.
Yes.
When I hear about these PTs running groups of 40 to 60 people...
It blows your mind, doesn't it?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, well, A, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because your insurance won't cover that.
Yeah.
But B...
What is that quality of training?
Yeah, you're just hoping everyone moves.
Yeah.
So that's...
I've always been fascinated with the F45 business model because I believe they only run two or three sessions a day max.
Yeah, right.
It's a massive floor space just to have unattended. Like, everyone I've walked past has been always closed. And I'm like, wow, business must be good if they can afford to do that.
Yeah, 100%. Like, and by no means am I bashing on, like, this is not a fuck you F45 session. It is a plague to a certain extent that they're popping up everywhere because that's how the owners are making money. They're selling franchises to people. But, I've heard stories about, this dude was next to me and he just threw up on the spot and the class kept going on around him. It's like, you fucking what? Like, it's just, once again, I worry about Joe Blow walking into that space and after 5 minutes going, this is not for me, see you later. Yeah,
never to return to the fitness realm again.
But here you are signed up for 3 months or whatever.
Yeah. With the amount of information available that has become readily available over the last 20 years since the invention of the internet, yet obesity keeps going up, and I think, what is it now? It's more than 1 in 3 Australians are overweight, isn't it, adults? It's like 2 in 3, isn't it, I believe? Anyway, a fuckload of Australian adults are overweight. Too many. Why does the weight continue to get packed on, in your opinion?
Oh, good question. I wonder if it's a generational thing, like you just said, adults then.
Yep.
I wonder if, it's the older generation that are too set in their ways and it's just, fuck it, this is just the way I am. This is my life now. And then I wonder how many bigger kids have, I don't like saying skinny, but have active parents.
Yes.
It would be very minimal, you know what I mean? So I wonder if these traits are picked up and passed down the line. It takes a very strong-willed person to go, I'm going to break this habit. I'm going to go out, like for a kid to go, I'm going to change this habit.
Oh, yeah.
Or for a middle-aged parent from that older generation to go, I'm going to go out and show the rest of my family that I can change.
Especially in a situation like that, a lot of it comes down to support network, especially if hubby or wife goes, well, no, fuck that. I'm happy doing this. Mm-hmm. Then that's a massive uphill battle. I think, obviously it's a bloody deep rabbit hole, that question.
Oh, mate, yeah.
But the food industry, what's that doing? The amount of processed shit that is littered across supermarkets these days. Education. Mm-hmm. You could afford to run people don't know how to eat properly.
Yep.
That's what a lot of education comes down to. And unfortunately...
It goes back to being overwhelmed by knowledge. Like, overwhelmed by information, sorry.
Does it, though? Because you think we...
like, if you think of ads, like, okay, these are protein muesli bars. So people go, protein...
Okay, in that regard, yes,
you know
definitely.
what I mean? Get led down the garden path.
Yeah.
Well, that told me
must be good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget the 20 grams of sugar. It's got protein in it.
Exactly.
I'm happy. But where I was going to go with that is, from what you can remember, did your parents eat relatively well? Did you get fed relatively well?
I've got no shame in saying that I ate like shit.
Okay.
Like, even to this day, I don't eat salad. Salads are not for me.
Yep.
I don't like the way they taste. You can keep them.
Yep.
I eat veggies with every meal.
Okay.
Every meal. There's greens, there's colours with every meal.
Yes.
I've got no problem saying before school, at high school, I'd go grab a Mars bar and a Coke.
Yeah, right.
8 o'clock in the morning, boom, throw 600 ml of Coke in the system. Chase it down with a Mars bar. Macca's after school. Like, when you're bulletproof, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And you don't... Like, nowadays, people get into the gym earlier.
Yes.
When I was coming through high school, graduated 05, so early 2000s, that gym trend really didn't start kicking in at schools, like, younger till after I'd left. It was like, fuck it, who cares?
Yep.
So I didn't eat the greatest, and my parents worked a lot, so it was eating out of convenience.
Okay.
So I'm here, as I said, it takes a strong-willed person to try and break that mold. So there's another one of those, like, without getting too deep, there's another one of the reasons why I'm at the gym.
Yeah.
Like, I'm working for me.
Yeah.
Right? So
for you, when did that shift in nutrition take place? Before you got into fitness or after?
It would have to say I started making little changes before.
Yep.
But what I'm eating now is 10 million times different to what I would eat. Because, you got to do that bit of research and you got to test the waters. You got to see what's what.
Absolutely.
Obviously, being in this industry, you got to be a little bit switched on with what you're talking about with food. So I've got to do my research, and that's when it's like, right, I'm gonna change my eating habits, and I have. So,
that seems to be a bit of a myth as well. That's painted across the fitness industry, and I don't know, people get those results from going to a gym, starting an exercise program, but ultimately it comes down to what you shovel in your mouth. And, the saying, you can't out-train bad nutrition. If people could just, in my opinion, I've had experience with this, telling people just change 1 or 2 things a week.
Yeah, 100%.
Just do that. Like,
start small.
This week, I want you to start drinking 2 litres of water.
Yep.
Next week, let's start cutting your sugar back, all this sort of stuff, rather than, new exercise program.
Here's 1,200 calories.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck off.
Yep, smash my water on cutting sugar out overnight, and then, after a week or two, they are fucked. Your body goes, what are you doing? And,
See, for me, one of the ones, like you said, water, just as an example, one of the ones I hear and still hear is breakfast. people who don't have breakfast, their first meal is, 9, 10 o'clock. And by meal, they mean coffee and biscuits.
Yep.
And, they're not intermittent fasting or anything like that.
Yep.
It's just they don't eat it. And that leads to them not eating enough for the day.
Yes.
So my thing is, wake up tomorrow, have breakfast. I don't care if it's one piece of toast.
Yep.
Have breakfast for 7 days. And I guarantee, day 8, you will wake up wanting breakfast.
Yeah. So do you define breakfast as an early meal or the first meal that is breaking their fast? Because I get a bit wrapped around the handles that people go, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Yes, it is. But that doesn't mean it needs to be consumed in the AM.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're hitting your calorie allowance for the day,
sure,
success.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have a massive meal at night.
So for a newbie who comes in who's just eating's all over the fucking show, start small, start shoveling food in their mouth in the morning.
Yeah, I have toast first thing in the morning.
Yep.
Because I'm up and out the door in 15 minutes. Toast, about 8 o'clock, I'm having one of my meals.
Yep.
Excuse me. I'm talking steak and veg.
Yep.
Or steak, rice and veg, or, whatever it is. 11:30, 12, I'm eating again. Another one of those meals.
Yeah.
Throw in a couple of snacks in between. 4:30, 5 o'clock, I'm having another one of those meals.
Yep.
If I'm hungry when I get home, I'll have just a shake, like a protein shake with milk and oats and stuff. Or I'll have a couple of eggs or...
Yeah.
So just constantly putting food in. That's the challenge. Not gorging on one meal.
Yes.
Spreading your calories across the day so your metabolism has to work and goes, shit, there's food coming in. Let's start churning.
Yeah.
As opposed to, just 2,000 calories in one hit. Can't process this all. I'm going to store this over here in my fat and just process what I can. Yeah,
see, I'll pull you up there. That's a bit of a common myth as well.
Okay.
There is medical journals, and I'll have to dig them up and put them in the show notes, but they've done experiments and studies on people who haven't eaten anything for 3 days, and it's not until after those 3 days their metabolism levels start to change. Mm-hmm. So there's a big hoo-ha about meal timings at the moment, and if I'm having 7 meals a day as opposed to 1 or 3, does it have an effect on your metabolism?
So for me, from the metabolism point of things, the gorging of meals I commonly hear is big dinner. I've been so busy during the day.
Right, okay.
So going off that, if you have a big dinner, you're probably not going to have a great night's sleep.
Correct.
Everyone's different though.
Yep.
But then when you wake up in the morning, are you going to be hungry and you're going to want to eat breakfast? No.
Yep.
So that gets bumped back. And all of a sudden we get stuck in this vicious cycle of food starts later, dinner is bigger because we're hungry when we get home.
Yes.
So that's my big thing.
Yep.
For go nuts. Have a massive breakfast.
Yeah.
Have a huge breakfast. You've got all day to burn that off.
Yeah.
And once again, it comes down to how active you are.
Yeah, personal preference, goals, everything.
Exactly. So everyone's different. There is no cookie cutter diet. There's no cookie cutter training program. There's no cookie cutter calorie allowance, F45.
Which again goes back to and like anything in life, fail once, fucking go again.
Well, that's it.
Don't think, I can't. I love those people go, I've tried everything to lose weight. Tell me the last 100 things you did. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, what did we talk about at the start? Fucking back yourself. Have a crack.
Yeah, exactly.
And for calories or anything that I recommend, any nutrition thing that I recommend, I have implemented and tried for myself.
Yes.
And I go, that's how I give all my advice.
Yep.
I'm not going to break down the nuts and bolts into macro and micronutrients and blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
That is not I don't have the qualifications to do that.
Yes.
I have my basic nutrition course. These are things you should stay away from.
Yep.
You need to eat your calorie allowance. Energy, you need to do this. So all my nutritional recommendations are off experience.
Isn't that funny? Go at something you just said there. Those basic guidelines, whether I'm, too honest with myself or put too much faith in people, I like to think everyone is hardwired to know eating a fucking chocolate bar is bad for you.
Yeah.
As opposed to eating, let's go the stereotypical chicken breast and brown rice or something like that. Everyone knows. So it really baffles me when people still shovel shit in their face and say, I'm not losing any weight or I feel like shit or...
it's very easy to find 100 excuses not to do it.
Yeah.
Very hard to find that one excuse. It's all you need, one excuse or one reason, I should say, to change.
Have you come across that, though, with a lot of your clients where they just get into those, I don't know if it's a habit or that's been their upbringing, but where you can honestly say, hey, what you're eating is fucking garbage, and they are surprised by that?
Yeah. I have, not naming any names, I have a client.
Client A. Let's call him Client A.
Client A. It rhymes with no. She is not addicted to Coke Zero.
Right.
But she can have up to 2 to 3 cans of Coke Zero a day. 0 calories.
But still, it's got other shit in it, doesn't it?
And my big thing is, forget what's in it. Think about the amount of water you need to drink to flush it out of your system.
Yep.
I said to her, would you consider not drinking it? Oh, I get headaches. You know, I'm just in a shit mood.
I wonder why.
Dirty dumb. And I use that example because your body gets used to how you treat it.
Absolutely.
If you have Maccas every day, you're not going to die at the end of that week. You'll die a lot quicker than
everyone else.
Yeah. You're not going to die because your body works out how to run off what you're putting into it.
To be most efficient
100%.
at the shit you're giving it. Yeah.
So if you're putting Coke in every day, your body is using that as a stimulant to get you through. You cut that out, you cut your stimulants out, which means your body, you're going to have mood swings because you've got low on energy.
Yep, you've got to reset your chemicals.
Yep.
Yeah.
You start getting sugar headaches from withdrawal headaches. It is how you treat your body will adapt.
Yeah.
I use the car analogy. You're not going to go down the Brisbane River with a bucket of water, with a bucket.
Yeah.
Fill it up, pour it into your Beamer, and hope it runs.
Yeah.
It's not going to run.
Yeah.
But you're happy to go to the petrol station and spend $70 a tank and fill your car up with the good stuff.
Yep.
You put more emphasis on running your car properly than you are running your body properly.
Exactly. Yeah.
The fuck.
And they're the same people who would be up to date with every TV series on Netflix.
Yeah.
Or, they can tell you what's going on in the Kardashians, but take a look at yourself.
Yeah. It's like you said, a lot of people think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And it's actually, going back to me what I said earlier, I thought I was eating the right amount a day.
Yeah.
And then looked at it properly. I was like, oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah. Have you had much experience with people who come in and train, they've got children and they are trying to alter, sort of break that cycle, so to speak, so their kids don't end up as they are?
Yes, I have. I think any parent that comes in is subconsciously trying to do that, whether they say it out loud or it's in the back of their mind.
Yep.
Or it's a case of the parent changing their food and being like, right, family, this is what we're having for dinner tonight. Yeah. So, yes, I have had those situations. And the common thing that I hear is it's just hard with the kids because they don't want to do this and that and whatever. Fine. My advice to them is plan your meals out. Yes. So start of the week, if you've got a young family or you could do it by yourself, you sit down at the start of the week and you write down what you're going to have for dinner. Sunday through Saturday. Yep. And cool. Thursday night is chicken night, everyone, or whatever. Yep. So there's no, what do we all feel like for dinner tonight, guys?
Yes. Which is dangerous, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Especially if everyone, if everyone had a late night or whatever, I don't want to cook. Yeah,
mate. You fail to plan, you plan to fail. Yep. And I'm not saying everyone has to meal prep at the start of the week.
But doesn't it make a fuckload easier if you do?
100%. Yeah. I'm a big meal prepper.
And it takes, 2-3 hours on the weekend, if that?
100%. Yeah. Once again, investing in yourself. Invest an hour and a half to 2 hours of your time into your good food for the week. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This is obviously going to tap into some of the questions I may or may not have already asked you, but the biggest reason you see people failing? Good question. I think it's easy.
There is a fuckload of reasons, but what would be the biggest reason you've seen?
There's the what they tell you.
Of course, yeah.
And then there's what's really going on.
Yeah.
So I get I'm just trying to save money at the moment. Just with work at the moment, it's a bit hectic. And, they're always the fun ones to jump on Instagram and Snapchat and see they're out on the town or they're out having dinner. Yeah. It's obviously finances It's a problem.
And in saying that anyway, what's a skipping rope at Big W? $5, if that?
Exactly. What's a bodyweight circuit cost?
Yeah.
$0.
Yeah.
But I think it goes back to what I was talking about earlier in the sense of priorities.
Yes.
Where does it sit for you? And it's like I said, it's very easy to find a reason to not do it.
Yep.
You got to find that reason why you got to keep going. And if I could train mentality, I'd be rich.
Yeah.
It's what's going on between your ears controls so much.
Yep.
Your brain will go too hard basket. Or when you're exercising, your brain will activate different muscles because it is easier.
Yes.
It'll find the easiest way to do something.
Yep.
When it comes to training and effort, and it's very hard to keep going. I'd rather stop at 5 instead of doing 10.
Yep. It's
the easier way out. So cool, it's easier on the body. Is it rewarding? No. But that's just the way life is now.
Yeah.
That's just the mentality, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Specifically, roadblocks for people that are not necessarily they start training. They might be 6, 12 months into training. I know I've mentioned that one, which is always a massive one, which is quite early on in the piece. Might be a week, 2 weeks. People hit that burnout phase where they've actually overtrained. They've gone too hard. Mm-hmm. And then whatever it is, muscle soreness, they tap out. For people who have consistently done training for 6 to 12 months, mm-hmm. what are some sort of roadblocks or hurdles you see for them? I
think just working off that time frame. So if they're consistent,
any time frame, Matt, go for it.
If we let's take 6 to 12. If you're consistently changing, like if you've consistently changed your diet and consistently changed your training habits.
Yep.
So we've gone through that initial fuck this is hard phase.
Yes.
Then we've gone into fuck this is working phase.
Yeah.
Then we've gone through that. Okay, I'm getting results. And now I'm on the other side, so it's harder to get those results.
Yes.
Because your body's starting to adapt.
Yep.
Now, it's very easy to fall into that routine of turn up and just do.
Yep.
Food-wise, that's great. If you can stay in that routine of just doing the good stuff, sweet.
Yeah.
The hardest part with training, and something that I find as well, like for me personally, you've got to keep it fresh.
Absolutely.
Go do something completely different that gets you out of your comfort zone. That's
one thing I was impressed with you and I caught up with the other week because I've held pads for you on and off for a couple of years and you've always sort of complained about your niggling tightness in your hip and lower body. So for you to finally go and do yoga or something to really specifically help with your flexibility, that's something, not many men would do.
Mate, there'll be times where I'm like one of 2 people in the class. Who cares?
Happy days. and B... people don't like to go to their comfort zone, especially who are already established in an industry, not even necessarily the health and fitness industry.
Yeah.
But people don't like failing. People don't like to be challenged. Yeah.
You got to learn. You got to continue to learn. Like, there's things that we do that I'll steal from your session that you put me through, and I'll put other people through because it's something that I didn't know. I'll watch other trainers at the gym and just see what they're doing.
Yes.
You know, and go, okay, don't like that. Oh, like the look of that. Let's have a crack at it, see how it feels.
Constantly about growing, isn't it?
100%. Mate, my PT course was junk.
Yep.
I've learnt so much more from experience and dealing with people and adapting to people and changing my training style with people.
Yes.
So going back to your question about roadblocks, get out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah.
So if we take a session that I do with someone, they could be on a strength program and they could be hitting a plateau. Cool. Let's do boxing.
Yes.
And fitness is wonderful in the sense that you can be really good at something and really shit at something else.
Well, there's always something shit at, isn't there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So someone who's just been punching heavy weights for the past 8 weeks, we're going to hit a high intensity boxing session. Yeah. And your body's not going to know its ass from its elbow. Yeah. And you go like, oh shit, like this, you're killing me. Like, yeah. It's like, how long has it been since you felt like that? Yeah, yeah. And then go through a little bit of that, and you transition back into your strength stuff. Yeah. Like, you got to shock the system. You got to keep your body guessing with your training. Speaking of which, the infamous fitness challenges you run. Mm-hmm. So you run a variety of, is it 6 week, 8 week, and 12? So we have in the past. So we've done, well, over the past few years, I've been tinkering with length
Yes.
of challenges. You know, once again, should always be learning.
Yeah.
When it comes to challenges, is it too short? Is it too long? When do people switch off?
Yep.
That kind of thing.
Yep.
So we do a 6 and 8. 6 at the start, 8 at the end of the year. Purely time frame, it works perfectly. And yeah, that's why.
All right, going back to the start of that, when did you have an idea for a fitness challenge?
Mm-hmm.
How did it come about?
2015 was my first one.
Yep.
It was a case of encouraging people to ramp it up.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say ramp it up, I don't mean you should do more PTs.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people go, oh, I'm training in a challenge. I'm going to train harder than I usually do.
Suddenly the intensity picks up. There's that human competitive nature as well, isn't there?
When this challenge starts, I'm going to lock down my food and I'm going to do this. It's like, why not fucking do it today?
Yeah, exactly. Hang on, you're already paying this, so why aren't you doing it now? Yeah.
So that was when it first started, 2015.
Yep.
I couldn't tell you how many people had to do it. I think it was about 20. Let's call it 20. And my thing is, I've always wanted... I don't care if we have 20 people consistently do it. If those 20 people are willing to give 110% to themselves, not to me, to themselves, I'm going to help 20 people every time I do the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than we have 50 people sign up and half of those drop off.
Yep.
And I will openly say to the challengers, one of the toughest things about being a trainer and doing a challenge is doing someone's skin folds and their measurements either stay the same or get worse.
Yeah. Okay.
Then it's that hard look. Just what I do, I immediately think, fuck, have I done enough for this person?
Yes. Yeah.
Then you got to go to the person. It's like, have you done enough? And that's a hard question for people to be honest about.
Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, the results always speak for themselves, don't they?
Mate, you can't hide from the tape measure. You can't hide from the calipers.
Yeah.
If you're doing a shit job, it'll show up.
Yeah. And I mean, there's maybe 0.1% of the population who won't respond to like a calorie deficit and think they can do all the right things and nothing will happen. But even over like a 6 week or 8 week period, there is a variable. Something's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In those extreme situations, if you have completely changed your eating and training and you haven't improved, go get some blood tests done.
Oh, yeah.
That's the extreme.
Yeah.
If you can honestly, hand on heart, say you've done everything to the best and gone above what you need to be doing and nothing is changing. Yeah,
but so even in those circumstances, you and I both know there would either be lean muscle tissue growth.
Yeah.
Some sort of fat loss. Yeah.
Mate, I don't weigh new clients.
Yep.
I don't care what the scales say. I say that to people. I'm not going to weigh you because I want to focus on changing your shape.
Yes.
And it's something that you can't check every day. These people that get on the scales every day and go, well, fuck, I'm 200 grams heavier than yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, well, how much water did you drink yesterday?
Yes.
What time
exactly.
What time did you eat dinner?
Yeah. Have you gone to the toilet? All that sort of stuff.
Exactly.
I remember when I was in the army and one of the guys said it best. He says, if you see a hot chick walking down the street, you don't think, I wonder how much she weighs.
100%.
No one gives a fuck about the numbers, really. And this is the problem. And I think... I don't even know where it comes from. It came long before social media, but females especially are so fixated on the numbers. Mm-hmm. Where if you see a chick who can do 5 pull-ups, you're like, wow, that's impressive.
100%.
You know, rather than a size 8 model who can't even fucking lift herself.
Exactly. And is eating so poorly and hates herself.
Yeah, hates life, exactly.
The analogy I use, very similar to that, is I say to people, when you we'll use females, go have lunch with your girlfriends, do they go, shit, you're looking good. How much do you weigh? And you pull the scales out of your handbag and weigh yourself. Yeah. Or do they go, oh shit, you're looking good.
Yeah, exactly.
End of conversation.
What are you doing? Or they don't say, let's see the numbers.
Exactly.
It's amazing. My daughter has gone through, I'll use 2 examples. My daughter's one and a previous client. Daughter comes from a dancing background, has got massive tree trunk, powerful legs. Dad, hate my legs, hate this, hate that. And they are, no shit, like rock solid. Yeah. They're not fat, they are muscle. Yet, no, I still hate them. And it wasn't until I got her into karate where suddenly she's able to tap people on the head quite convincingly and with power. Now it's like, oh, I love my legs. I'm like, I guarantee if you keep doing what you're doing now, in 20 years' time, you'll be like, fuck yeah, I've got amazing legs.
Yeah.
And similar to that, there was a young girl I was training at the gym who came from a athletic gymnastics background. So she was the base. She would hold people on her shoulders. Once again, massive tree trunk legs. Hated them. And one day I saw her on the treadmill, just running, and got talking to her. What are you up to? Oh, I want to lose weight off my legs, so I'm just running. Just doing massive bulk cardio. Once again, got her on the pads. As soon as she started kicking, she's like, oh, I like this. I don't mind my legs now. Yeah.
See, it's funny, like, what with your kids, like, what's the most annoying thing? When they keep asking, why? Why? But I do that to people. So I want to lose size off my legs. Why?
Yeah, are you only giving that, though, because they haven't given you a good enough answer? Is that what it is?
There's a little bit of that, but it's me trying to dig.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you want it? I just want them to be, like, they need to be smaller.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
is that going to make you happier? Like, what's that going to do?
Exactly. It's like, well, if you want smaller legs, go for a run.
Yeah.
It's not going to tone your legs.
Yeah.
Would you rather be 65 kilos and be defined?
Fucking dangerous.
Or 60 kilos and you're actually going to have a bit of cellulite and not loose skin, but not tight muscles because you're making your muscles smaller. Your body's still going to hold on to fat.
Yeah.
People get a little bit lost with what they're trying to achieve.
Yes. Yeah.
So when I ask those why questions, it's me trying to dig. Yeah. But it's me trying to...
It's funny that people seem to think if they had a six-pack, they'd be happy.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I had a very, very, very funny quote from a YouTube guy. He's a piss take of like gym stuff.
Yep.
And the character he says the statement of, the day you start lifting will be the day you're forever small. You will always You will always be chasing. You will never be, I'm happy with myself.
Satisfied, yeah.
There will always be something that you want to change.
It's a bit of a dangerous path, that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, going back into the fitness challenges.
Yeah.
Sorry. So, no, that's all right. The first few you ran had a good turnout, and gradually they've ramped up from there.
Yeah.
Explain that to me, sort of the process there of not only from a business point of view, you growing them, but sort of the amount of participants you've had as well. Okay,
so looking back on those first challenges, so we'll look at the 6-week one first.
Yeah.
We run boot camps every week. And to start off with, they were in very similar locations. So those first couple I ran were like, we're going to be here every week.
Yep.
And looking back now, people went, it's same as last week.
Sure.
They didn't look at it as this is extra training. It was like, this is same.
Okay.
Doing their body composition measurements and photos and things like that.
Yep.
And with my challenges too, I let the client specify what their goals are.
Mm-hmm.
So there used to be, for the 8-week, it's still the same. There's 7 areas you're judged across.
Yep.
So body fat percentage drop, total fat loss drop, total lean muscle gain, total girth measurement difference, total skin fold measurement difference, scale difference, visual difference.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 areas you're judged across. So on your rego form, you actually specify what your goals are. Put on lean muscle, decrease this, increase this, whatever the case may be. So that's how you're judged. Every challenge has not been 3 weight loss clients winning. It's been someone who's tried to bulk up and lean down, sure, a weight loss client, and then, maybe a female in that frame who's just tightened up a little bit.
Yes.
So 6-week has evolved into, and 8 weeks as well, to changing where the boot camps are. So our most successful challenge from like feedback and everyone turning up every week was actually the last 8-week challenge we ran. So we turned the boot camp system on its head. We went Mount Gun for a mountain hike.
Yep.
We did touch footy. We did squash. We did Pilates. We did what else was in there? We went to the beach.
Yeah. Once again, throwing things at people they can't really prepare for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want people to have that little bit of shits and giggles.
Yes.
But at the end of it, they go, it's a pretty good workout.
Yeah, exactly.
Squash was a great one because everyone's playing each other in squash, and sure, everyone's a little bit unco at the start.
Yeah.
But, everyone walks out wet.
Yeah.
Because they've worked. So the 6-week one this year especially simplified. It is fat loss.
Yes.
So no matter what your size, your goal is fat loss, body fat percentage drop.
Yep.
Excuse me. So we're still going to do the boot camps everywhere, but your focus is solely on what goes in, what energy goes out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need to focus on. You know, if you're training to the best of your ability, and we're going to give ongoing nutrition advice to people, and we're going to set people homework as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come in with your homework from week 1, write down 3 things, like I said to you, write down 3 things that you've done well. We can look at it and go, oh, actually, this third thing isn't a good thing.
Yep.
What are you doing with this second thing here? Explain to me this. So people get that ongoing teaching, I guess you'd say, through the challenge. Because, once again, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
So 6-week challenge, purely about fat loss, body composition measurements, work people hard, make sure they're putting in the right fuels.
Yep.
And the people that do that and use all our tools, like all the homework and the nutritional guidance we give them, they'll do well. The people that go, no, I don't need that, they're not going to do as well as they could.
So in saying that, have you had clients who love the challenges, always jump on board?
100%.
Yep.
And we have a very loyal client base.
Mm-hmm.
I've had clients say to me, you know, you can count me in for every challenge.
Wow, that's cool.
And that's fucking great. Like,
yep.
Once again, it goes back to that one-on-one relationship we have with everyone that we train, and that loyalty is there. Like, I will be loyal to my clients, and I feel I get that back, and Sam gets that back as well. But it's the enjoyment. I've had people say, I'm going to join up just for the boot camps, just because they're fun.
Yep.
Sweet. If that's what you want to do, cool. If we can, like, if something draws you into it, great.
Yeah.
People are moving. We're happy.
On the flip side, if you've got someone who comes in, they struggle, they don't get the results they want after the first boot camp or fitness challenge, whatever they've done, do you then provide a bit of extra coaching for them in second and subsequent ones, or how does that work?
So 100%. I've had people not weigh in at the end of the challenge.
Yep.
And I will be a pest to even the clients that I train, just checking in to see how they're doing. And if they miss a boot camp, I'll be like, hey, what's going on? Where were you this morning?
People need that accountability, don't they?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not a commercial gym. I'm going to check on you. Like, because we're working together to help you.
Yeah, you're not
forward.
just a number. Yeah,
exactly. So having that accountability there, and if I can see that someone is either struggling in the session or not comprehending what, like the boot camp, for example, I'll make sure that, going back to our group chat earlier, that I'll just drift a little bit towards them and just have a quick word in their ear. Be like, hey, instead of doing this exercise, you're actually going to do this.
Yep.
Because my thing is, I drum into people, don't worry about what the person next to you is doing.
Yes.
You're there for you.
Yeah.
And I hate those people who feel self-conscious, I say, you know, I hate to break it to you, no one gives a shit what you're doing. Yeah. Because they're that worried about themselves.
Yeah.
So if you're focusing on what you can do, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
If every single person's focusing on what they are doing.
Yeah. Oh, the world will be a better place.
Mate. Yeah. So, yes, there is that. Once again, you need to nurture a little bit.
Yep.
But lead a horse to water, can't teach you how to drink.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So, people can obviously sign up for the fitness challenge without getting the extra training from you guys.
Yeah, 100%.
And what does that include? They sign up for a fitness challenge, or what's included in that?
So if we're looking at the 6-week one, once again, we've simplified.
Yeah.
So it's no frills, get in, rip in.
And sorry, Matt, to cut you off there.
Yep.
Each different challenge generally has a different theme, doesn't it?
Each boot camp has a different theme.
Okay.
There is differences between the 6 and the 8. So the 8, you specify your goals. Everyone's working a little bit differently.
Yep.
We do photos with, like, there's challenge shirts. The prizes are much, like, we have sponsors for the prizes, and, you know, that's like the big end of year one.
Yep.
The 6-week one, like I always say to people, you don't need to be our client to do it.
Yes.
If you want to sign up, your rego fee, it gets you your measurements.
Yep.
It gets you the awards at the end. It gets you a boot camp every week. You know, it gets you that ongoing nutrition guidance and, you know, hopefully pushing them towards the right thing.
Yeah.
So, once again, if I can give people knowledge, happy days.
Absolutely.
You know, I had one of the very first challenges I ran. The guy who won it wasn't training with me.
Yep.
He was diligent with his training outside, took on what we were talking about, and came to every boot camp. Mm-hmm. And he won. Yep. So you don't need to be part of our client base to do the challenge. It is open to anyone and everyone. Mm-hmm. So sorry.
Fitness challenge. What does it include? Like, let's say the one that's coming up, someone signs for that.
Yep.
What do they get?
So exactly that. So day one, we do initial measurements.
Yes.
We give them a nutrition starter pack. So we've had nutritionists come in before and give us information and booklets and all that kind of stuff. So email to them. We set very simple weekly and daily nutritional goals.
Yes.
Very simple stuff like we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
In that pack too, it's like dates to remember, what we expect, what you can expect. Goes through some of the boot camps, here, there and everywhere.
Yep.
We set that first week homework, for lack of a better term.
I like it. It's good.
Turn up to first boot camp the following Saturday. I'll always be checking in. Hey, everyone, boot camp's here this week. Who's in and who's out? We, like I said, no frills. Work hard, eat right. You're going to get your results.
Yeah, exactly.
Simplicity.
Over that course of that 6 weeks, are they given a program to do outside of the boot camps?
We've done that before.
Yeah.
For the 8-week challenge, and we've had a handful of people do that, like take on board those sessions and do them at home.
Yes.
We've had majority of the people not do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Sam and I are pretty diligent with our social media workouts.
Yes.
So there is no excuse between the group sessions that we currently run, the group on Saturday, and workouts that we put up on our socials. There is no excuse. And if you want a session to do at home, ask me, and I'll draw it up for you. The more questions you ask, the better it is.
Yeah.
So, in regards to programming for the challenge, that's as in depth as we get with that.
Yeah.
So.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you very much.
No worries, mate.
Anything to plug outside of that fitness challenge?
I'll
put the notes for that up and the links.
Yeah. So, if you jump on the Back Yourself Fitness Instagram and Facebook,
yes,
you'll be up to date with everything that we're doing. As I said, we're always putting workouts up.
Yep.
Nutritional stuff. One thing I didn't mention earlier is I'm actually going to start a mobility series on Instagram. It'll keep me accountable.
Yeah.
But to show people, it's like, if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you.
If you can turn iron bars into something a bit more wavy like rubber.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
that's awesome.
Well, between that, so the socials and the website, on our website, I put more like mentoring and more blog orientated stuff.
Yes.
But that's what we got going on, really.
Awesome.
Jump on, check it out.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.
No worries, mate. It's been a pleasure.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.